What's up, everyone? You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Isaac Kadri. Today I wanted to enjoy my content because I really want to give you the secret of how you're going to become successful on YouTube or every other social media platform that you probably would like to create content for. You kind of find out that so many of you want to create content and you see other people's content and you feel like, oh, I should be able to do this, I would like to do this. Why some of you would not believe that, oh, because I don't have this kind of gear, or I don't have this kind of environment, or I don't have this kind of backdrop, that is the reason why you are not able to create that kind of content. But let me tell you, there is no limitation anywhere when it comes to content creation. You can create any kind of content. If you are in a bush, or you are in a city, or you are on the roadside, there is always a content that can flow with that particular environment that you are. Sometimes you say you don't have a particular light, or you want a ring light, or you want a professional light, to make sure that you are able to create the kind of content you have. As a content creator or as a filmmaker, the equipment you need will always be unlimited. So it is better you start the way, or you start wherever you are, start with whatever you have and keep on creating. If you want to have a particular kind of camera, before you know it, maybe before the end of that year or the following year, another camera will come outside. If you are buying a particular kind of microphone, before the end of that year or the following year, you will see another product coming out again. Now let me tell you, there is no point waiting to have a particular kind of gear before you create your content. Just go ahead, create whatever. This will be a reference in time past or in time to come. Sometimes you might like to have a studio and you don't have it, or you couldn't get it. You can just create it in your room. You can create it maybe in your compound. Create it anywhere you are, and make sure you are able to produce that content. If you don't have a camera, you can also use your phone. Your phone is good enough for you to produce or to create any kind of social media content, be it Instagram content, Facebook content, or TikTok content. It is very possible. If you believe it's possible, it is possible. It is not hard for you to be a content creator, but it's hard for you to remain consistent. That is just the discipline. If you cannot maintain the discipline of remaining consistent, that is where the problem is. If you are talking about having a particular gear before you start, you don't have an excuse. Having a gear to start a content creation business is not an excuse in this generation. I remember when I started making short films, and I always want to depend on my friend, to come and play a particular character or the other. And if one person is available and the other person is not available, that limits me. I noticed I was not able to create the kind of content or enough content like I would have loved to. I know I wanted to make short film, I know I wanted to make skits and all that. I know I wanted to talk, I know I want some people to sit down together so we have a discussion. But it was not forthcoming. There was a time I looked at the internet and I noticed that people like Tyler Perry and some other skit maker, there will be one person that will play like a couple of roles. They will play like 2, 3 characters, they will play 3 characters, 4 characters. Then I felt like, no, this should not be a limitation for me if I don't have somebody to play a particular character. Then I set up my camera. While setting up my camera, I thought of something and I recorded it. And I felt like, okay, if this other person is going to be responding, this is how this other person is going to respond. I recorded the other part. After I edited it together and I noticed how it went, then I felt like, oh, this is good. The second time I made a script for each of the characters, then I played 2 characters. After that, I felt that there should be no limitation anywhere. There should be no limitation whatsoever. Provided you want to do it, you should be able to do it. Let not anything hold you back. Let's talk about the area of finance. Some of you will complain that you don't have a particular kind of budget to create the kind of content that you want. Let me tell you, there is no budget that will be 100% enough for what you want to do. But if you start from where you are, the budget you have in your head will be enough for you to create that content. If you want to fly an aeroplane in your movie or in any content you want to create, you can do it by downloading different kind of clip. You can even say, okay, you want to fly a plane in a particular project. You go online, look for some, preset, you create that, and you notice it fits in. And if you want to even be inside of the plane, you can create a green screen. By the time you even start doing it, you will find out that there will be people that will like it. Some people might criticize you, but let me tell you, that will be like a stepping stone for you. Don't be limited. Don't allow even finance to limit you when you want to create content or when you intend to create content. There are so many things that you might want to even bring into real life, but you cannot afford it. You can do it in your green screen, and you can even go online, learn about green screen. You can achieve a lot shooting green screen or chroma video or whatever name you call it. Like where I record, the problem I always face is noise. This is Africa. We don't even have enough power supply to serve us for a whole day. Everybody puts on their gen, and you hear noise all around your environment. You hear the noise of the generator everywhere around you. Maybe you have like 2 neighbors. This one put on his gen and the other one put on his gen. If you are adding your own to it, you notice that everywhere is just going to be noisy, and you just want to record. Because of all this noise around you, you find it difficult to record. But there was a time I just felt like, okay, no matter how the noise is going to be like, I'm still going to record. Then I started. I will just close the whole door and I continue recording. If there is noise, I will just go down to the audio and use sound good and the rest of them, edit the audio and make sure that, okay, all the noise that probably might have entered, I will be able to control it to an extent. Then I will upload my videos. That's how I've been doing so far. I try not to allow myself to be limited because of the noise around me. But I still try to produce the content. Like one of it is this one that you are seeing. There is challenges everywhere. Not everything you want that will be 100% perfect. Yeah, it is true that you might want to be a perfectionist and you want everything to go perfectly well. But however it is, if you can't help the situation, but you just have to continue and create something. Create something for your fans out there that wants to see what you have done. And by so doing, you will notice that while you are doing this, you will still continue improving. There will be a day that you find a way around the situation and you get a better place, or you probably will have improved or increased in your productivity, or maybe your followers probably will have increased. By the time you keep on creating, as your content grows and your fan base increases, maybe from the money you make from all these social media platforms will be enough for you to buy the kind of equipment that you probably will want to buy, or move to a particular studio or environment that you want to go to. So don't limit yourself because of the situation around you, or because of what you're going through, or because of the equipment you don't have, or because of the finance that you don't have right now. That should not be a limitation. Just go ahead, create. Life is fun, except you keep on thinking about the problem. It's not always about the problem. Sometimes think about the way around it and concentrate more on how you are going to succeed in creating more content to post on social media. Some people that might even have a bigger camera might not be making as much content or revenue like those that are using their phones. So it is not about the gear, it's not about the finance that you have with you, it is not about the environment you are shooting from. It is about the content that you are creating, how good the content is. It's about the content that you are creating. It's about what you are saying in that video. It's about what you are teaching. It's about what you are making people see. It's about what the end result is, or about who is happy watching that particular content. Don't limit yourself. If today is your first time of watching my video, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and also like our video. Until I see you in my next video. My name is Isaac Kadiri.